Shana Tova, welcome to our Yom Kippur family service. It's great to see everyone here this afternoon. Yom Kippur is a long, tiring day, but being able to do this service is a way for us to feel a little bit of some energy. I'm here with Becky and Nathan Bliss. There are a lot of questions about you, Becky. There are questions. First of all, what is that thing that you keep squeezing there?
This is called a harmonium, and it's sort of like a squeeze box. So I'm playing keys with my right hand while I pump air through the bellows with my left hand.
So I've never asked you this question. When did you start playing this?
When Nathan introduced me to it. He grew up with one, and so when we got together, he introduced me to it. This is about 13 years ago.
You've never been without it since?
Never.
Okay. She sleeps with it. Okay, so we've gotten that out of the way. The second thing we need to straighten out is we have to make sure you know what Jewish year it is.
5781. Everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that. So we're incredibly proud of your accomplishment there.
That's right. Yeah.
And do you say that in your sleep, or is? No, it's just.
It's all up here.
It's all there. Okay. So Yom Kippur is a lot like Rosh Hashanah in terms of its music, but it's also different because we think about different things on Yom Kippur. In Rosh Hashanah, we think about the new year. We think about the creation of the world. We think people call it the birthday of the world. You know, sometimes on Rosh Hashanah, we've even had a birthday cake for the world. Yom Kippur is very different. Yom Kippur is a time when we tone it down a little bit and we think about the past year, what we've done, what we haven't done. And a lot of the things that we do, we're supposed to think about the things that we maybe didn't do correctly. Now, Nathan, have you thought about this at all in terms of?
I've given it a little thought, Rabbi. Yes.
You've given it is. Would you? I know is it embarrassing for you to do this?
Well, yeah, but it's okay. I feel like it's part of the process to reveal oneself in honesty and vulnerability to grow.
Yes. So, would you be willing to share this?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm ready. Becky, are you listening?
Very closely.
Okay.
So what am I sharing?
You're sharing something you maybe regret over the past year.
Yeah, over the past year. I have really neglected my health over the past year. And I need to get back on track, some daily exercise, eat a little better, get better sleep. I have not been sleeping well, so. That's what I'm willing to share publicly.
No, but so you feel like this year, the coming year, you got to do better with your body.
Yeah,
health
I need to honor
important.
my body better.
No,
yeah.
I mean, Becky, what about you? Any thoughts?
Well, I second that, because as his wife, I want him to
But you
take
can't
good
worry
care
about
of himself.
his problems.
No,
you have to
you're
worry
right.
about your problems.
I was just thinking about it, and I think I wish that I didn't talk negatively about people when they annoy me. And I could just look for the good in the situation and not speak ill of people.
There is a Jewish principle called kaf zechut, which means giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You know, I am going to join with that because I'm like that. You know, sometimes I'm too quick to react to someone, and I need to step back and say, maybe that wasn't their intention. You know, why do you assume it was a bad intention? Maybe their intention was different. No, I think that's a really important one. So I know you guys out there have your own things that you think about this past year that haven't been so wonderful. And I think it's important to share it with each other, share it with your family, because part of Yom Kippur is not feeling ashamed that you've done things that are not the way you want them to be. It's just the opposite, because in Judaism, when you're able to say it out loud, then you're able to fix it. When you don't say it, nothing good can happen. You have to say it out loud. And once you say it out loud, people are forgiving. So that's really our message here. We're modeling what Yom Kippur is about. If you make a mistake, admit it. You can do better. And if you've hurt somebody, ask their forgiveness. We'll talk more about that later. At the beginning of Yom Kippur, there is Yom Kippur evening. It's called Kol Nidre, and there's this very mystical prayer that is said. It's very solemn. And Becky and Nathan, could you just give us a little bit of Kol Nidre? This melody is unique. I mean, how would you describe it? It's
haunting and also happy at the same time.
It's haunting, but yeah, because it's liberating. I'm telling you, you're going to write my sermons from now on. Go ahead. But it's such a beautiful melody. Who could write something like that? I mean, it's haunting. And, you know, I've been in synagogues all over the world, and you hear that melody, and it's really something, it changes everything. Let's talk about a couple other things that are part of our service. First of all, as we spoke about last time, every service in Judaism has the Shema and V'ahavta. And the Shema is this wonderful affirmation that we believe there is a God, and God is a loving God, and a God who has created this world and who is forgiving and supportive. And by affirming that we believe in that God several times a day, it gives us strength and it gives us comfort. And it challenges us to be the best people we can be. So let's continue with the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivon, Shem Kivon Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Vaed. You shall love the eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you this day shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. You shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be a symbol before your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy, holy to your God.
You know, Becky and Nathan, you wrote that music. What inspired you to do that? Did it just come to you one day, or?
I think so. We were having a hard time finding a setting of that we really liked playing, and I think it was your suggestion. You said, well, why don't you just write your own? And so we did. We both wrote it together. I sat down and kind of started writing it and took it to Nathan. He helped me fill it all
I
out.
remember the Friday night you came with it.
Did you recognize it as an instant classic the moment you heard it?
But I was kidding about it last week. The Reform movement wants to record it.
We're going to do that. We're gonna
No,
do
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
I want you to write other pieces for other things. You know, there's this beautiful prayer. I think you know it's called the Hashkivenu.
Yeah.
And I would love a Becky and Nathan setting for Hashkivenu.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you know, if you want to give me an early Hanukkah present, that's what I want.
Okay.
Okay.
File that.
So let us continue with Zachrenu L'Chaim. We did it last on Rosh Hashanah, but this is such a perfect, important part of Rosh Hashanah service. And it is, God, remember us to life. Remember all the good things that we've done in life. Remember all the impressions that we've made in life. And one of the things we're called upon to do as people and as Jews is to live a good life, so it'll make an impression on others and will hopefully do good in the world. So, Zachrenu L'Chaim.
זוכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים, וכותבנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אמן.
On Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, there is this very serious prayer called Unatana Tokef. It has a beautiful melody, and Becky and Nathan present it so beautifully. But there is one part of it that I want to just talk about, and Becky and Nathan can present it to us. There's a part of it that says, Utshuva, Utfila, Utstaka, Mavirin et Roa Hagzerah. And what it basically is saying is that if you do three important things, even if the world isn't so perfect, it can help make the world more perfect. There are three things. One is tshuva, which means to turn. And what it means to turn is, if you're going a certain path and you've gotten into the wrong path, you're supposed to get in the right path. Sometimes we go in life and we're going along doing what we're supposed to be doing, but for whatever reason we get distracted and start doing things we're not supposed to do. Jewish tradition says, tshuva, turn back and get back on the right path. Number one. Number two, it says, utfilah, which means prayer. One of the things we believe is that when we come together and pray, we become softer, we become more loving. And it's really powerful when you feel lonely or you feel hurt, to be able to open yourself up and to pray to God that God will be with you in that difficult time. And the third thing, the third important quality is utzdaka, which tzedakah we call it. Sometimes people think tzedakah is just giving money, but it's more than money. It's doing things in the world that are righteous. It's like helping a friend. Someone trips, you bring them, you raise them. If someone is in need, is hungry, you give them food. Tzedakah is a way of saying, you know something? My life is good. I'm going to help you make your life better. So, utshuva, utfila, utzdaka, and in our Yom Kippur service, there's a beautiful phrase that Becky and Nathan will sing.
ותשובה ותפילה
Becky, I hope you forgive me for what I'm going to say, but it's serious. You know, we're not going to mention the details. You know, this year, I felt I said something to you that I was ashamed of. Okay, and it really bothered me, and I came to you and I said, Becky, I did such and such, and I really regret doing that. I thought it was inappropriate. And you said to me, "Oh, don't worry about it." I said, "Yeah, I do need to worry about it. I'm feeling uncomfortable with it." And you said, "Of course, I accept what you're saying, and I forgive you." And forgiveness is really important thing in life. First of all, we all do bad things at times, and we sometimes hurt other people. And forgiveness is when we say, okay, I know you're going to be a better person. I forgive you. And if you don't have forgiveness, the world can't really exist. I mean, you guys, do you ever need to forgive each other for things? Occasionally? The way you look, I think it's more than occasional. It's normal. But why I mention that is when we do this prayer of Al Kulam, what we're saying is we're asking God, forgive us. This is a prayer for forgiveness. And if God can forgive us, we can forgive each other. Okay? And take it away. We have this wonderful movie we're about to show you. It is different than, of course, what we showed in Rosh Hashanah. It's related to Yom Kippur. I've seen it. It's fantastic. I know the Rosh Hashanah film was well received, but you need to know, only at the New Reformed Temple can you see this film. So thank you for sharing and watching it with us, and when it's done, we'll be back.
The toughest word to say, a story about Yom Kippur. Once upon a time, there was a curious little squirrel and a wise bunny. "What are you doing?" said the squirrel. "I'm getting ready for Yom Kippur," said the wise bunny. "Yom Kippur? What's that?" Yom Kippur is the holiest day of the Jewish year. It's the Day of Atonement. On this day, we ask God for forgiveness of our sins. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a little nap. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just then the squirrel saw a light in the sky. "What's that? It is a light in the sky. I have to chase it." Ah! The squirrel chased it all through the forest. Where did it go? Where could it be? Ah! He chased the light until he ran right into the bunny. Ah! You tripped on me. What were you doing? I was trying to catch that light that was in the sky. What was that light? I don't know. Maybe it was a falling star. A falling star? I have to put it back in the sky. Wait. You just tripped over me. Isn't there a word you're supposed to say? Yes, I know what word I need to say. Run! Ah! That was not the word I was thinking of. The squirrel chased the light all through the forest till he ran into the dog. Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm trying to catch that star in the sky. What are you doing?
I'm enjoying my new blanket. It's called a duvet. That's a fancy name for a blanket. Do you like it?
Yes, I do, but I've got to go catch that star. Ah!
Whoa. The squirrel chased the light further into the forest till he ran into the skunk.
Wow! What are you doing?
I'm gardening with arugula. Arugula is a fancy kind of lettuce. Arugula.
Gesundheit! I gotta go chase a light. Ah!
The squirrel ran further into the forest until he ran into the monkey.
Wow! What are you doing?
Greetings. I'm enjoying my nice banana called a Cavendish. Do you like it?
I don't want to do the dishes. I'm trying to catch a falling star. Ah!
The squirrel kept chasing the light all through the forest. He ran into the dog and destroyed his duvet.
Ah!
Whoa! He ran into the squirrel and ruined his arugula.
Ah!
He ran into the monkey and squashed his Cavendish.
Ah!
Oh my! He kept running till he ran into the bunny. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm looking for that shooting star.
That's not a shooting star. It's a firefly. Look at all the craziness you've caused.
My arugula is ruined. Oh.
My Cavendish. Oh. My duvet. Do you know what word you need to say?
Yes, I need to get that shooting star.
No. There's a word you need to say, and it's the toughest word in the whole world. I know the toughest word in the whole world. It's
Duvet.
no.
Arugula?
No. Cavendish? No. Think about it. Yom Kippur is upon us, the Day of Atonement. This day, we ask for forgiveness of our sins. What is the word to ask forgiveness?
I know.
Sorry. You are right. Sorry is the toughest word to say in the whole world. And so the squirrel learned his lesson, to say sorry on Yom Kippur and on all the days of the year.
How was the film? It was good. At some other time, you have to tell me what you learned from it, but it's important to learn how to say you're sorry, and these are things that are not just relevant on Yom Kippur. They're important every day of the year. We always need peace. We need people to get along with each other. We need countries to get along with each other. We need to get along with our friends. We need to get along with our families. We need to get along with our stranger. All of this is about peace. And we have this beautiful anthem, this beautiful song of peace, Oseh Shalom, that Becky and Nathan are going to share with us.
Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
Yom Kippur, you're supposed to blow the shofar. It's the afternoon service, and I know Yom Kippur won't be over for a couple of hours, but it's the end of our family service. So I got to blow the shofar. And you know, it's hit or miss with me at this point.
I believe in you, Rabbi.
I know you believe. See, all the believing in me isn't going to change whether I can, how much hot air I have.
No, it is.
It is? Okay. Shana Tova. Happy and healthy New Year.